shit up, dude.
Huh?
You made that last video, you just fucking loose assholes and...
Dude, that was bananas. I had to figure out what it was.
Oh, it's a Black Betty Black IPA. Black Rye IPA. Double IPA. Gary, make it beers.
What's going on, guys? Nick Lesagore here.
Brandon Delakia.
Exit 12.
Brewery.
In the
House.
We're hitting the stars. That's how we do it.
Yep.
We are reviewing a beer today.
Yep. Sure are. Sure are, Nicholas.
From my guy, Maine BrewGuy Gary.
Gary
the
Bear.
Same guy that has been in this kitchen.
It's true.
As Brandon said, the Gare Bear.
It is.
My guy.
Yep.
It's a Black Betty Black Rye Double IPA. Check out that can art.
Hey, come on now. Canner. Gary, the only brew tuber right now with a canner.
12 ounces of black deliciousness. Are you kidding me? It's almost like he should be here.
Should be here. Where are you, Gary? He's in Florida.
Although
it was really hot today, so I'm assuming that us and okay. You know, we were about Florida weather. We were about 101, but yeah, I cannot fault him. He was in Puerto Rico about a week ago. He was reviewing our beers in Puerto Rico. Please check out Maine BrewGuy Gary's channel.
We will leave it in the comments or in the description below.
Yeah. I made more work for you. That's awesome. I love when I do that.
He is very into making more work for me.
Yes, sir. So yeah, Black Rye IPA. Everything Gary makes is awesome, so I cannot wait. Let's get all of that in there.
One thing for sure,
Ooh.
it's carbonated. It's definitely carbonated. We got about a full finger head.
Oh yeah.
If you can see that. Mini kaboom.
Oh yeah, little tiny bubbles, which is awesome. Very
The bubbles
cool.
definitely rise up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is very opaque, but holding up to the light, I get very minor hints of like red.
Yeah.
You probably can't see it on the camera.
Yeah.
Like an orangish red almost.
Yeah. I like when you have a really dark beer to pull out those little slight hints of red and brown. I think it's pretty awesome when a beer can sort of do that.
I agree. And the head is again, now it's kind of gone down to about a half finger, but it's a khaki head. So it's not fully white, so that tells me that he definitely, aside from the color, it definitely tells me that he added some maybe black rye.
It's a Black Rye IPA. So.
Well, no, but I was gonna say instead of black, like there isn't a black rye malt.
Got it. Yep, yeah. So
like maybe a wheat.
Yeah, yep.
To get that mouthfeel possibly. There's a nice, again, really nice little hue.
You're way off camera, so they're not.
I know. They aren't going to see it. It's very true, Brandon.
Hey.
You know what isn't true?
Let's get a nose on this bad boy. Did I undercut you?
No, I didn't have an answer for that question, so let's get a nose on it. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice sweetness.
Yeah.
But with a really interesting dark ending.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
It's definitely, it smells like an IPA through and through, but it definitely has that, it has that little bit of
rye sweetness.
The dark rye sweetness, but a dark beer sweetness that comes from some of those adjunct malts that is really nice.
Oh boy, I'm getting a little bit of toffee on the back end, some nice caramel.
Yeah, definitely caramel.
Maybe you added some like caramel 20 or 30 to it possibly.
Wow.
Oh man, the more I smell it, the more I get the caramel. It could be more of the rye, but the caramel is really taking over for me.
Gary, the aroma you have on this Black IPA is amazing. yeah, it's definitely got that sweet, caramel, dark caramel flavor.
Almost a little bit of a saltiness, like a savoriness to it on the front end.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um,
Oh, yeah, but like a sea salt, like sort of like, yeah, I get it.
yeah, like a sea salt, like almost like a sea salt toffee kind of.
So for full disclosure,
that's
me
fun.
and Nick took sensory class in NHC, so we're trying to use that as well.
Yep.
We did it for you guys. Like, my nose is pretty good. This little sniffer right here can do all this, but I'm trying to do it for you guys.
Right. My sniffer is much like my stomach, very big and not very.
I didn't say that. That's rude.
That's very true.
Dude's been working out.
Speaking of working out, and speaking of Homebrew Con, we went to NHC. We
Yes.
met some amazing people. Something that we didn't mention in the intro, but we're going to talk about now.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Because we thought about it. Yeah. Maine BrewGuy Gary.
We met him. We met SJ Poor, who was an
One and only.
amazing guy. Ryan Lewis, who was an absolute stunner. Dude
Yeah.
was handsome AF.
Mike Dean.
Mike Dean killing it. Josh Sikor, who was an amazing dude. So nice, so funny. Check out his video. He talks about me quite a bit because we get into the topic of traffic and then I just go off.
Yeah.
I won't do it on this video.
Hey, Nick. how's
Josh is very disappointed.
We'll do it. We'll do it, Josh. I promise you I'll get him to go.
Someday, Josh.
Wally Feck.
Wally Feck was there with Heather Feck, his wife. Super nice people. Did we mention Mike Dean already?
We did. Brian from Short Circuit Brewing. Amazing.
Guy's got hands like a bear.
Crushed me.
You shake his hand and he crushes it. Dude's a beast. Lambo 22.
Oh.
Guy is an absolute lover, not a fighter. Love that guy. He's an
Hugger.
amazing
love
guy.
him. Great guy.
Yeah. We had a great time at NHC. It was our first NHC. We met other people. Off the top of our domes, it's tough to remember everybody, but we met a ton of people. It was so much fun. I could not commend everyone from the BrewTuber community for being so open
So
and
great.
welcoming to
It
us.
was awesome. It was an excellent experience. It was everything I thought NHC would be and more. I mean, the guys were awesome. I cannot say enough how much the BrewTubers community has welcomed us and made us feel at home, and you guys are just awesome. You guys made us feel so good. So thank you so much.
Brandon said it best. You made us feel at home, and the BrewTubers homebrew group, homebrew club is the best club on the planet, and there's just no doubt about it. We've tried to be in different homebrew clubs before, and it doesn't compare. So, cheers to you guys.
Cheers. Let's do this.
Sorry if we didn't mention other home brewers from BrewTubers that we forgot, but I feel like we nailed pretty much everyone.
Yeah, I think we got everybody. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here, and we brewed all day. So cut us some slack. Put it in the comments, and we'll mention you.
Dan Desolettes.
Oh, Dan Ditzler. Absolutely.
See you, buddy. Love you, buddy. Love all you guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Brock. You didn't mention Brock. Brock's the unseen,
Brock is
unknown BrewTuber.
What the F? That is phenomenal. Brock, you need to be in more videos, buddy. But for this
A
beer,
video, maybe.
yes,
Yeah.
snuck on Ryan's video, like that. This beer is Holy Rye.
Yeah, it's...
A really nice, almost farmhousey taste
Yeah.
that you wouldn't get necessarily from yeast.
Yeah, definitely, it's got that malt. The grist bill is excellent. It's got that caramel up front. It's very clean, extremely clean. Toasty. It's definitely a little toasty, and that's probably, a little of the rye.
Oh
a little
my
bit of the,
god, that's so good.
maybe some of the darker caramel malts or chocolate
Yeah.
malts. It's
If I had one critique of this beer, I think the rye does take over quite a bit of the taste. It's almost a smoky flavor. Like I get a bit of a smoky flavor to it, and I'm not sure if that's the flavor you necessarily want to give off. But for my personal taste preference, I would dial down the rye a little bit and maybe bump up on some like honey, like to give it a little bit more sweetness.
What I will say is it definitely, you get that big rye head at the front, and it finishes out very clean. Water, the water guy. It's very smooth, slick, almost slick to the tongue. You know, it's very coating. Yeah, I'm gonna go in for another one while Nick finishes off that thought.
I will finish off so many thoughts. Thoughts on thoughts on thoughts.
Whoa.
That's what I do.
It's a family podcast.
That's right. That's
It's not a
very true.
podcast.
It's not a podcast. That's true as well. I do think that I think that the rye kind of enters the smoke category and takes over a bit of the flavor. But I think overall it's very balanced.
Yeah.
Aside from that concept, if I were to take that aside, I think it is very balanced. It's got a really nice mouthfeel, as Brandon said. I do think that the rye, again, does enter that a little bit of the smoky category, but the color, the aroma is on point.
That's insane.
I would probably dial back the rye like a 3/4 of a pound or a half a pound.
Yeah, I mean, when you deal with an adjunct that's so potent, it is such a balancing act to get the exact amount that would not overpower but give enough flavor. I mean, I honestly think it's pretty tuned in, but like you said, I think that there's definitely, you know, maybe Nick said, like, you know, dial it back just a small amount might help a little bit. Yeah.
But-
I can see that critique.
You get the rye up front, and then you get the sweetness on the back end,
Sure,
which is something that Brandon and I have been kind of trying to dial in with our own beers, is kind of being multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
You have that you have that with this. It is multi-dimensional. You get more than just the rye. It is the sweetness. It is the mouthfeel. It is kind of that kind of milky almost taste. But I just would kind of dial down the rye, so it kind of played a little bit more with that back end hit of that sweetness.
Yeah,
Overall, a great beer though. Like I think it's phenomenal. This is a competition ready beer.
Yeah, and I think you've told me before you're not a big dark IPA fan or black IPA fan, and I'm not really huge into the black IPAs, but this is great, and I could drink these, you know, probably not all day because what is it, an 8%?
Is it?
7.4.
Jeez.
So yeah,
7.4. You hide it so well. I mean,
Yeah.
that's unbelievable. It drinks like a 4.5%.
Yeah. So like I said, we're probably not the best judges of black IPAs, but I think that this is something I would drink.
Yeah, for sure. And for somebody that doesn't drink it, as you can see, I'm killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I only have a couple ounces left. I'm drinking right through it. So, Maine BrewGuy Gary, you brew some phenomenal stuff, and meeting you at NHC was nothing short of amazing. Actually, I've met you right here at this very table. He met you at NHC.
Yes.
You're an amazing guy. You're a good brewer, but a better guy.
Oh,
And you're an amazing brewer. So there's that. Love you, Gare Bear. It's just what it is. Gary, cheers, brother. NHC guys, thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.